This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Thursday, August 7th, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. During a visit to the Indiana Dinosaur Museum in South Bend, Governor Mike Braun addressed a wide range of state and national issues Wednesday, highlighting his administration's priorities in healthcare, economic development, education, and immigration policy.
As a governor, we're not going to be a sanctuary state. I am going to accommodate for anyone that came across illegally and then broke the law after they did that. That's what we're doing at Miami, our own DOC facility. And yes, we're going to cooperate there.
Star Plus Energy, the joint venture between global automaker Stellantis and Samsung SDI, is laying off 59 workers at its EV battery production plant in Kokomo. In a statement to Inside Indiana Business, Stellantis said the move comes as the electric vehicle market continues to evolve in the United States. The $2.5 billion plant opened last December. A spokesperson tells IIB total employment at the facility currently stands at about 730 workers. The Purdue Research Foundation has cut the ribbon on 3rd and West, a new student housing complex developed through a public-private partnership between the foundation and Texas-based American Campus Communities. The complex adds nearly 1,000 beds to Purdue's student housing options. The first students will move into the new units ahead of the upcoming fall semester. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. 7 Indiana cities are included among the 2025 Best of the Midwest Startup Cities, with Indianapolis maintaining its position at number 3. The list from Midwest Startups ranks cities based on startup activity, founders' access to resources, and business climate. While Indy kept its number 3 position, Fort Wayne and Evansville were the only Indiana cities to improve their positions. And you can find the full list at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. A preliminary halt on an Indiana law that would allow law enforcement to keep observers 25 feet away from a police scene was upheld this week by the U.S. 7th Circuit Court of Appeals.
The court said the police buffer zone law likely violates the 14th Amendment because it does not specify what behavior by public bystanders or the media sets the stage for a violation, allowing it to be arbitrarily enforced for any reason or no reason at all. The court's opinion upheld a preliminary injunction issued against the law in September by U.S. District Court Judge James Sweeney in Indianapolis. He approved the injunction because he found the plaintiffs were likely to prove the law violated the 14th Amendment. The law was approved by the Indiana General Assembly in 2023 and would make it a misdemeanor to knowingly or intentionally approach within 15 feet of a law enforcement officer after being told to stop. Earlier this year, the legislature attempted to clarify the law while the federal case was on appeal. The federal case now returns to the U.S. District Court in Indianapolis, which has been asked by the Federal Appeals Court to determine the scope of the preliminary injunction and whether it protects only the plaintiffs or applies to others. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Valparaiso-based bathroom remodeling company Lori K. Bath has opened a new headquarters facility in the northwest Indiana city. The company did not disclose its financial investment, but said the new facility will allow it to better coordinate multiple large-scale projects. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.